Trump's been found liable for 2 of 3 things and is ordered to pay $5 million. Let's talk about it. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about President Donald Trump being found liable for 2 of 3 accusations brought against him that were involved in the E. Jean Carroll lawsuit, going all the way back to her early 1990s allegation that he sexually assaulted her in a dressing room of a department store. Now, there is a lot to get through, a lot of opinion. We got video from E. Jean Carroll, a statement from Trump. But before we get into that, let's back up a little bit and explain what's happening right here today. Why is he paying $5 million? What are the actual allegations against him? Are there any charges? Will he go to jail? First of all, he's not going to jail. There's not any criminal action here. It's only civil, which means, if you don't know, that it's a matter of just paying some money, really. Are you liable? That means, did you do something that damaged somebody in a certain way to where you got to pay some money as a result? It's not a matter of going to jail. It's never been the case. There's never been a thing that's been brought up at all. The RAPE complaint has been dismissed because there was no evidence. So right away, that's out the way. He has, however, been found liable for sexual abuse. Now, maybe you guys can help me in the comments. I'm not really sure how you're liable for sexual abuse, but they say that there's no evidence for the RAPE. Y'all please help me with that in the comments. But he has been found liable for sexual abuse, and he's also been found liable for defamation, going back to a Truth Social claim that she's a fraud and all this and that and the third, basically saying that what she's saying as far as accusation was bogus. That right there was enough for defamation. So that is what he has been found liable for, and he must pay $5 million. Of course, the media will frame it differently, even if you go to some of these websites. As a matter of fact, I think I want to just pull this article up right here. Let's take a look at this. This is New York Times. And you might not be able to see it at the very top. You see what it says right there at the very top left-hand corner? Trump RAPE lawsuit trial. You see what I'm saying? So the media will say he's been found guilty, which, again, there's no guilt in a civil case. Are you found liable or not? Must you pay or not? Then they're going to say it's RAPE. He did it. He sexually assaulted this woman. That's not what they're saying here. And if that was the case, then he would be facing jail time, not just paying some money, from what I'm able to know. So here's a little bit more detail behind the situation on New York Times. You see the headline: jury sides with writer who says that Trump actually abused her. 6 men and 3 women found Donald Trump liable, not guilty, for sexually abusing and defaming writer E. Jean Carroll, but rejected her RAPE accusation. I'm glad they included that in the subhead of the headline because, again, people will see Trump RAPE lawsuit and see that you got to pay $5 million and then put 2 and 2 together and get 16. You see what I'm saying? But I digress. Let's keep on going here. Here's a little excerpt. A Manhattan jury on Tuesday found former President Donald J. Trump liable for the sexual abuse and defamation of the magazine writer E. Jean Carroll and awarded her $5 million in damages in a widely watched civil trial that sought to apply the accountability of the hashtag #MeToo era to a dominant political figure. This is kind of an unheard of thing to get a former president like this. I mean, Bill Clinton has had much worse accusations than this, and this kind of thing going on right here would never happen because he's part of the team, part of the squad. Donald Trump is not, so of course they're going to go get him. If you're going to get Trump on a thing like this, then why not other people that have been accused who have high levels of power? It's because when you're in the club, you're in the club. When you're not in the club, you're not in the club. It's simple as that. It's simple as that. Again, I'm not trying to minimize anybody that's been assaulted or whatever, but let's just have an evil playing field when it comes to justice. You see, but we continue. The federal jury of 6 men and 3 women found that Mr. Trump, 76, defamed Ms. Carroll when he posted a statement on his Truth Social website in October calling her case, quote, a complete con job and, quote, a hoax and a lie, unquote. The jury, in returning its verdict shortly after 3 p.m., said Ms. Carroll had not proved by a preponderance of the evidence that Mr. Trump had RAPE'd her, as she had long claimed. Ms. Carroll sued the former president last year, accusing them of shoving her against the wall and RAPE'ing assaulting her in a dressing room in a luxury department store, Bergdorf Goodman in Manhattan in the mid 1990s. Although more than a dozen women have accused Mr. Trump of sexual misconduct over the years, allegations he has always denied. Ms. Carroll's case is the first of those claims to be successfully tested before a jury. You see that right there? You see the way they wrote that? They have, other women have not been able to prove anything, but they're going to get included anyway, because it's all about trying to prove a narrative and say, okay, he has a pattern of this. He always does this. And hers is the first one to be before a jury and have some success. You see what I'm saying? I think this right here comes on the heels of the whole situation with the Manhattan DA and him getting arrested. That just kind of opened the floodgates. It's like, okay, you can just go ahead and get him like that. We can do something to get this guy. I don't know why I hate this man, but I'm still going to go get him. So I think that plays into it. If not for the Manhattan DA's decision, this case might not go this way. Okay, I that's really my opinion, because a lot of these accusations have been around for a very long time. But why is it all of a sudden now he facing the penalty? I'm having a hard time being able to put that together, but I digress. There's more here. Let me see. The jury also found Mr. Carroll had proved that she was injured as a result of Mr. Trump's publication of his denial of her accusations on his Truth Social account in October 2022. Okay, the jury determined that Ms. Carroll had proved by clear and convincing evidence that Mr. Trump knew his statement was false when he said her accusation was a hoax, a legal standard known as actual malice. So again, there's more to that, but that's the general situation here. I believe that's her right there in the glasses. Y'all, please, if I'm wrong, correct me. All right, yeah, she's in the center. That's her in a brown type jacket. That is E. Jean Carroll right now leaving the courtroom. All right, let's go to President Trump's response to see what he has to say about the situation. And I'll link to everything, of course, in the description. This is on, again, Truth Social. He says, I have absolutely, all caps, I have absolutely no idea who this woman is. This verdict is a disgrace, a continuation of the greatest witch hunt of all time. Okay, so let me see. Trump's attorneys requested a mistrial but were denied by Judge Lewis Kaplan. The court prevented Trump's attorney from questioning Carroll on if she tried to obtain surveillance footage from the store that would show Trump's presence at the time of the alleged incident. Lawyer Joe Tacopina also urged the court expressed a corroborative view to the jury that no one was present on the store's 6th floor when the assault allegedly occurred, despite the claim being disputed. Okay, so that's that right here. Now, I'm going to play this clip because this is something that you need to see if you have not seen it before. I'm not quite sure when this came out. This might have been back when Trump first ran in 2016, or it could have been in 2020. Y'all, please let me know. I know it wasn't recently, but I know that it happened sometime during Trump's presidency. Now, here is E. Jean Carroll speaking to Anderson Cooper about the situation. And if you've not seen this, it might shock you. Let's go ahead and roll it.
Don't feel like a victim.
I was not thrown on the ground and ravished, which the word rape carries so many sexual connotations. This was not sexual. It hurt.
But I think most people think of rape as it is a violent assault. It is not.
I think most people think of rape as being sexy.
Let's take a short break.
Think of the fantasies.
We're just going to take a quick break. If you can stick around, we'll talk more on the other side.
You're fascinating to talk to.
Don't feel like a victim.
Okay, so I mean that's her. That's E. Jean Carroll. I mean, hey, y'all can just put 2 and 2 together and get 4. Just put it together. I'm not saying nothing. I'm just saying that was her on television talking to Anderson Cooper. As I close, I want to say this. This is going to be used, of course, because, Trump's running again, and we all saw it happening. I'm not saying anything about her accusation. I'm just saying it will be used. We know that's going to be used. We know that anything that happens, any accusation, and if they have like this right here, where he's been found liable and he's got to pay some money, are they going to use it? But again, I think the floodgates got opened when Alvin Bragg went out on the limb and said, okay, let's go ahead and get Trump and arrest him. Once that happened, all bets are off. Now, you can get him on whatever. Anything that we could throw at him, If it sticks, we'll make some action happen. If there's a jury, they'll say, yeah, he did it because they don't like Trump. The well's been poisoned. Okay, over many years of him being in the White House, and then now with the Alvin Bragg thing, and then with this, if there's any kind of accusation that a jury halfway believes, then he might be in trouble, unfortunately. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? How do you feel about what's going on here with this case? I mean, there's a lot. I didn't even touch on everything, but I'll link to everything in the description. Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. The jury said that there's no evidence of the sexual assault, but he's liable for sexual abuse. I don't understand how that makes any sense. And then defamation. I mean, they're kind of reaching with this. You know, again, he's not been found guilty of anything because there's no criminal action, number one. And then number two, even in the civil case, there's been no evidence of the RAPE. So what are we talking about exactly? I'm not really sure. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.